Susan sat alone in her kitchen, the tears streaming down her cheeks. She'd just come home from the optometrist, and while he was often cold and uncompassionate towards her, what he had just said stung her so badly. It felt as though his words had lashed her violently across her face. "Your eyesight is only going to get worse," the doctor said. "You're not going to be able to read. You're not going to be able to drive. You're widowed, aren't you, Susan? That concerns me. I honestly don't think you should live alone. I think it's time for you to consider either moving in with family or an assisted living facility. I don't want to sugarcoat it. I can't. It's my responsibility as a doctor to tell you the truth, and the truth is, things are about to get very hard for you. Your depth perception is going to vanish. Little things that you take for granted, they're going to become close to impossible. You're going to find it hard to pour a glass of water, to pour a cup of coffee. Walking down the stairs is going to be difficult. You'll risk falling. You're going to feel frustrated, and you're going to feel angry. You'll feel frustrated because many of your friends and family simply won't understand. They'll try to help when you don't want their help. They'll act annoyed with you when you can't read the menu at a restaurant. They just won't understand. And you'll feel angry because you're helpless. At least you'll feel helpless. The little things that you love to do, like gardening or doing a puzzle or even watching your favorite TV shows, you won't be able to do those things. You're going to feel like you're losing your independence a little more every day. If there's anything positive I can say, it's this: you're not alone. There are millions of folks just like you who are suffering from declining vision. It's a natural part of aging that happens to many of us after the age of 50. But you're not alone. I wish I could give you more hope, something to hold on to, but I can't be anything but honest. I'm sorry to be the one to tell you all this, Susan. Hi, I'm Dr. Charles Williams, and I hear stories like Susan's much too often, from men and women of all ages, whose vision has been getting worse with each passing year, and who suddenly find they can no longer do many of the things they love, that they can no longer drive safely at night, or they can't drive at all, that they have trouble reading text messages on their phone, no matter how big they make the font. They are not just losing their eyesight, but their freedom, their independence, and their happiness as a result. Yet the reason I'm here today is not to be the bearer of bad news, but to give you hope, because unlike Susan's doctor, I don't believe that you're helpless. In fact, that's why I made this video, because inside, I'm going to show you a simple and effective way to quickly sharpen your vision and to protect your eye health for many years to come. This method is 100% natural and doesn't have anything to do with annoying contact lenses, glasses, or risky, expensive surgeries like LASIK. And while it tends to be most popular with folks who are over the age of 50, what I'm about to share with you works no matter what your age, regardless of whether you're nearsighted, farsighted, suffer from macular degeneration, glaucoma, or something else, and no matter how long you've been struggling with poor eyesight. That's because unlike those costly prescription lenses and optometrist visits, this vision-restoring breakthrough is powered by one of the Earth's oldest plants, a plant with health benefits that are so profound, some people credit it as the original tree of life God spoke about in the Bible, because not only has it been proven to improve your vision, but it can also help boost your immune system and memory too. And when you see the mountains of clinical evidence I'm going to share in this presentation, which support just how incredible this plant is for restoring your vision, you too will believe that this strange plant is a godsend. I should also mention right now that the vision rejuvenating breakthrough I'm about to share has no known side effects, and it begins to work on day one to start improving your eye health from the inside out. Now I'm going to share with you what this special plant is in just a moment, and I'm also going to reveal the surprising culprit behind your vision loss, something that no optometrist or eye care specialist has likely ever mentioned to you before, but that new research suggests could be the root cause of almost all cases of poor vision. Plus, I'll show you why cells in your eye should be able to repair or heal themselves every 7 days, even though right now that's probably not what's happening because of damage to your eye's DNA. I'll explain this in more detail in just a minute. Once you see the surprising science behind how your eyes are supposed to really work, you'll finally realize why LASIK, glasses, and contact lenses are only Band-Aid fixes, and why if we really want to improve the ability to see, it's as simple as adding a small handful of nutrients to your diet each day, ingredients that can be found at almost any grocery store in America, and that cost pennies compared to most other vision solutions. Before we get to all that, though, I must warn you, eye care is a $66 billion per year industry, and the sad truth is, there are many people who don't want you to know about the vision-restoring breakthrough I'll be sharing in this video, because they're afraid that if enough Americans take heed of my message and learn that they can improve their vision without paying for expensive glasses, contacts, or surgeries, well, it could put them out of a job practically overnight. That's why it's important that you watch this presentation in its entirety now, while it's still online. Because if you're sick and tired of squinting and straining to see, if you're fed up with replacing your glasses or losing your contact lenses, or you're too embarrassed to wear those ridiculous magnified bifocals that make you look silly and old, and you'd do anything just to see clearly again, then I'm absolutely confident that this vision support solution I have for you today will make all the difference in your life. So like I mentioned before, my name is Dr. Charles Williams. I'm a practicing physician originally from South Carolina. I proudly served in the United States military, and I've held leadership positions in some of the country's most distinguished nonprofit medical associations. From the beginning of my career, I've always been focused on making life better for every patient I treat. And while I've long been a big supporter of natural health, especially when it's combined with more traditional medications, I have to admit, this vision-supporting discovery definitely took me by surprise. That's because in all my years of practicing and researching medicine, I had never come across a vision support solution that is natural with no side effects, shown to be effective with clinical evidence, doesn't require the use of glasses, contacts, or corrective eye surgery, and that comes from one of the world's oldest and most sacred plants. All I knew was that more of my patients were complaining of poor vision than ever before. And I wasn't the only doctor noticing this trend. In fact, in the past 20 years, people have been suffering from increasingly worse vision, which is part of the reason why the eye care industry has grown to over $66 billion per year. So why is this happening? Well, part of it is our aging population. It's no secret that Americans are living longer now than we did just a few decades ago. And it's pretty common knowledge that once we reach our 50s, 60s, and beyond, our eyes start to become weaker and our vision declines. In addition to normal aging, the rates of diabetes has also skyrocketed in the past few decades, which, as you know, can cause blindness. And then, of course, there are still many folks who are simply born with poor eyesight, which only gets worse with each passing year. Yet, while it's pretty obvious that poor eyesight is a big problem, what I've found is that when it comes to your declining vision, if you follow most traditional advice, you're likely to pay a high price. What I mean is, while eye care has improved dramatically over the past few decades, many of the most popular vision-correcting treatments are both expensive and invasive. Take LASIK surgery, for example. It can cost $1,000 or more. You risk blindness if the doctor doing the procedure messes up, and it doesn't do a darn thing to address the underlying cause of your vision loss. In fact, the truth is, procedures like LASIK may only provide temporary relief from vision problems. Because while they initially boost your ability to see, over time you may need multiple touch-ups, which can add up to thousands of additional dollars you have to spend. That's a lot of pain and money to go through, especially for something that may not even address the root cause of your poor vision. Then there's prescription lenses and contacts, which do work as a band-aid for your vision, but don't get to the root cause of your poor eyesight. Plus, considering you need to update your glasses yearly and order more contact lenses on a monthly basis, many people find themselves stuck in a horrible dilemma, where they're forced to choose between new prescription lenses and being able to afford groceries or to pay their monthly power bill. I don't think I'm crazy for saying this, but no one should have to live this way, which is why I set out to understand the real cause of declining vision. And what I quickly realized through my extensive research is that all these vision issues we suffer from, no matter if they are age-related, like cataracts, glaucoma, or AMD, or they're caused by genetics or an illness like diabetes, all stem from the same internal problem. A problem that, bizarrely enough, doesn't start with your eyes, but instead with your immune system. Now I know that sounds weird, so let me explain. You see, what good doctors already know is that virtually every sickness in the body, whether it's in your gut or in your eyes, has to do with something called oxidation. Oxidation is a process by which free radicals attack healthy functioning cells in your body and cause them to either die or become mutated and dangerous. Now here's the thing, and in small doses, free radicals are completely healthy. But when there are too many free radicals running around your body, which happens due to stress, diet, and environmental factors, it causes your immune system to respond in a full-blown attack, which, in turn, leads to widespread chronic inflammation. Oxidation plus chronic inflammation equals a recipe for disaster. When you suffer from chronic inflammation, your body doesn't just attack the free radicals, it attacks healthy cells too, which, in turn, creates even more free radicals, which leads to even more oxidations and inflammation. It's a vicious cycle that keeps repeating itself. And this is how illness, sickness, and disease form. Plus, in the case of your eyes, it's how your vision begins to decline. You see? Your eyes are very delicate organs. The tiniest fleck of dust can cause irritation or infection. So you can only imagine what happens when your eyes suffer from oxidation and chronic inflammation. In fact, it's this oxidation that may very well explain why your eyesight is continuing to get worse, and why glasses, contacts, and surgeries are only temporary fixes to your vision problems. You see, your eyes are very smart. In fact, they are connected directly to your brain via something called the optic nerve. Your optic nerve is an advanced network of cells, neurons, and veins that help your brain process the images your eyes capture. It uses billions of tiny little nerves and cells to make this happen, and they work around the clock to stay healthy and function at optimal performance. In fact, your eyes are constantly rebuilding themselves through a process called DNA replication. DNA replication is a process by which each cell in your eye is replicated or copied to replace old cells that have died or malfunctioned. This process goes on nonstop in your eyes, 24/7. And every 7 days or so, your body actually creates a brand new set of eyes. Now, I know what you're thinking. If I have new eyes every 7 days, then shouldn't my vision be getting better, not worse? And that's where oxidation comes into play. You see, every day your body is being assaulted by toxins, pollutants, and chemicals. They're found in food additives, the junk they put in your tap water, the air we breathe, and a whole bunch of other places. This makes it almost impossible to avoid oxidative damage over time. And the problem is, with every passing day and every passing year, this oxidation and inflammation damage the DNA in your eyes, making it impossible for them to self-heal. This might sound like a lot of science, but I promise it's actually pretty easy to understand. If your eyes rebuild themselves with damaged DNA, your perfect 20/20 vision starts to get blurrier and blurrier, until you can't even see your hand in front of you. So how do you stop oxidation from damaging your eyes? The answer is actually pretty simple. Antioxidants. Like their name would suggest, antioxidants fight against oxidation. They stabilize free radicals and slow oxidation and inflammation, promoting new cell growth and healthy cell repair. Antioxidants also boost your immune system, so that it can protect your eye health 24/7. But when it comes to your eyes, not all antioxidants are equal. Some of the most well-known antioxidants include vitamin A, C, and E, along with copper and zinc. These antioxidants are very good for your general health, and they're also recommended by the federal government as a way to protect against age-related macular degeneration, AMD. But as I kept digging through the research, I realized that these nutrients are just the beginning. You also need lutein and zeaxanthin, which are the only two antioxidants found naturally in your eyes. In fact, your body produces them specifically to fight off oxidation in your optic nerve and retina, which is important, because this oxidation is what causes vision problems like glaucoma and AMD. Lutein and zeaxanthin also protect your eyes from blue light radiation by acting as a filter between a TV, phone, or computer screen and your retina, which can help curb any chronic nerve damage. So lutein and zeaxanthin are super important for your eye health. But here's the problem. As you get older, your body simply doesn't produce enough lutein or zeaxanthin to support healthy eyes. So it's vital that you increase your dietary intake of these two antioxidants. Because, according to a major study published in the Journal of American Medical Association, which involved 5 ophthalmology centers in the U.S. and included 356 case patients, when adults supplemented their diets with additional lutein and zeaxanthin, these two antioxidants were most strongly associated with reduced risk for AMD. These results are further supported by another randomized, double-masked, and placebo-controlled trial, which was published in the Journal of Ophthalmology, which found that, among patients with early AMD, supplementation with lutein and zeaxanthin improved macular pigment, which played a causative role in boosting visual function and might prevent the progression of AMD. I know that's kind of sciencey sounding, but it's important, because again, it shows that both lutein and zeaxanthin could help stop your vision from declining as you age. Now, in addition to general antioxidants and lutein and zeaxanthin, what I found through extensive research is that you should also be supplementing with bilberry. Bilberry is the cousin of the blueberry and cranberry fruit, and it has long been recognized as a powerful vision supporter. In fact, during World War II, fighter pilots would eat bilberry jam right before a big battle, so they could have sharper vision in the night. In recent years, science has proven what many folks have long suspected. which is that bilberry really is an incredibly powerful vision supporter. That's because we now know that bilberry contains several powerful antioxidants, that it helps fight inflammation and oxidation, and that it can feed the delicate nerves in your eyes that help you see. For example, in a large, randomized, double-blind, and placebo-controlled study involving 281 office workers, it was found that supplementing the diet with bilberry improved vision and eye fatigue after just 8 weeks, while those who took the placebo saw no noticeable improvement. And these results are further supported by numerous additional studies in animals and humans, including one recent study that found that taking 160 milligrams of bilberry twice a day led to a decrease in oxidative stress in the lens tissues and DNA damage, which obviously makes a lot of sense, since as you now know, it's oxidation and DNA damage that negatively affect our vision. And then there's ginkgo biloba, an eye-supporting tree that's filled with vision-supporting antioxidants. The ginkgo tree is considered to be a living fossil. That's because the genetic makeup of the tree hasn't changed in all of its years of existence. Some historians say that the ginkgo tree has been around since prehistoric times, and that dinosaurs used to eat ginkgo to stay healthy. Now, of course, only God can know if that's true or not. But what is undeniably true is the fact that the ginkgo tree does amazing things for your vision. That's because it's loaded with carotenoids, which are amazing antioxidants for your eyes. The effects of ginkgo tree on your eye health can be phenomenal, and that's one of the reasons some people believe ginkgo biloba to be the true original tree of life, and why many indigenous cultures around the world have long held ginkgo to be sacred. But what does the modern science say about ginkgo biloba? Well, in a study published in the Journal of Medicinal Food, which involved 322 patients who had normal tension glaucoma, when scientists gave people a combination of bilberry and ginkgo biloba extract, GBE, they found that vision for all eyes improved, leading the researchers to conclude that ginkgo biloba and bilberry may be helpful in improving visual function in some individuals with NTG, normal tension glaucoma. Plus, in that same study, scientists also discovered that ginkgo biloba has strong antioxidant properties and is effective in the prevention and release of synthesis of pro-inflammatory compounds such as histamine, prostaglandins, and leukotrienes, which is just a fancy way of saying that ginkgo can help fight inflammation and oxidation, which are two of the main causes of poor vision. And that's still just the start, because in another study, this one published by the Journal of Natural Eye Health, scientists found that using a minimum dosage of 160 milligrams of ginkgo extract daily could significantly improve vision in glaucoma patients, and that when they continued to use ginkgo on a continuous basis, these patients experienced better and better visual improvements. And in a study conducted by the Journal of Optic Herbs, scientists proposed that ginkgo could be effective in fighting the oxidative stress related to aging by slowing or interrupting the release of superoxide-free radicals that attack your DNA chain. It was also shown that ginkgo protects your brain, along with the nerves and neurotransmitters that are connected to the eyes to help you see. This is very important because remember, your brain and eyes are connected, so anything that helps your brain could also boost your eye health. Okay, so I know right now you're probably feeling conflicted, because while the research is pretty compelling, you may have tried taking some of these ingredients as a supplement in the past, but you didn't get any major improvements to your vision. Well, after doing all of my own research, I was thinking the same thing. I mean, you've got some really impressive evidence that proves these ingredients can help with vision. And yet, I've had plenty of patients who've taken vision supplements or taken other supplements that had ginkgo or bilberry extract, yet they didn't see any big improvements in their eyesight. How could this be? Well, as I started looking more closely at the most popular vision support supplements on the market, I realized something disturbing, which was that most of these supplements you see sold online and in the store don't have anything close to the clinically relevant dosages. This may or may not sound like a big deal to you, but the truth is hugely important. You see, what I realize is that way too many supplement marketers out there really don't care about your health. What they care about is making a bunch of money, so they can keep paying the mortgage on their multi-million-dollar homes and afford to lease their $250,000 Italian sports cars. Think I'm being too hard on these guys? Let's play a game. Can you spot the problem with this popular vision supplement? It's got both lutein and zeaxanthin, so what's the big deal? Well, the big deal is that the maker of this supplement is trying to be crafty by putting the dosage of zeaxanthin as 1,000 micrograms, which sounds like a lot. Here's the thing though, 1,000 micrograms is equal to 1 milligram, and yet In virtually every single study of the effects of zeaxanthin and lutein on vision, the amount of zeaxanthin used was 10 milligrams. So, in other words, this supplement needs 10 times as much zeaxanthin to contain a clinically relevant dosage. Here's another vision supplement. This one's a bestseller on Amazon. Again, look at how much zeaxanthin is included. Only 2 milligrams, when all of the biggest studies on zeaxanthin and vision show that it should be 10 milligrams. And it's not just zeaxanthin. Look at this best-selling supplement. Not only does this supplement not have any zeaxanthin at all, but it also only contains 80 milligrams of bilberry. While one of the biggest studies ever on the effects of bilberry and vision found that 480 milligrams of bilberry extract was required for improvements to vision. I could go on all day, but I think you get the point. You simply can't trust most vision supplements on the market. It's a shame, really, because as you've now seen, there is a ton of evidence showing that the right natural ingredients can really help to improve your eyesight and your vision. So at this point, you're probably wondering what can be done. You're obviously sick of your poor vision. And I'm sure you're terrified about what will happen if your eyesight keeps getting worse. Until you lose your independence entirely, you can't drive, you can't read, and you begin to feel like a prisoner in your own home, because you need someone's help just to do the most basic things. I knew there had to be a better solution out there, and after countless hours of research, I was so thrilled to finally come across the answer I was looking for. It's called Igenics. Igenics is now my #1 recommended vision support formula, and for a very simple reason. While there are tons of vision supplements out on the market, Igenics is the only one I've come across that has clinically relevant dosage of every ingredient you find inside. These guys are all about transparency. And here's the label so you can see what's in Igenics for yourself. What you'll notice is that there aren't a bunch of fancy or exotic-sounding ingredients in Igenics. Instead, there's just 9 ingredients that are proven to help support healthy vision, and to be beneficial for many people suffering from AMD and glaucoma. Igenics is designed specifically to help fight against the oxidation and inflammation that weaken our eyes as we age. The dosages for vitamins C, A, and E, along with zinc and copper inside, are all based on recommendations from the landmark Age-Related Eye Disease Study, a study of over 2,000 men and women aged 50+, that was funded by the federal government's National Eye Institute. And if those reasons weren't enough to get you excited about Igenics, you should also know that this breakthrough supplement is manufactured in a GMP-certified and FDA-compliant facility right here in the United States. Plus, every single batch of Igenics is reviewed by an independent third-party laboratory, and then given a certificate of analysis verifying that the ingredients inside the product match the label. All of this means that Igenics is a brand whose safety and quality you can trust. And when I learned about what their team was doing, becoming a spokesperson for Igenics was a no-brainer for me. Not only am I a highly respected medical doctor who has treated thousands of patients, I'm also someone who is passionate about natural health solutions, at least when they are well-researched, well-made, and contain clinically relevant dosages. Igenics is all three, which is why I can confidently say that if you're worried about poor eyesight, you should start taking Igenics every single day. I'm sure you'd give a lot to see better, right? If you're feeling frustrated right now, because you can't even read your favorite recipe without squinting and straining, or if you've lost your night vision and now feel worried about driving after sundown, or if it's growing increasingly hard to watch your favorite shows, or read your favorite books, even the large print versions, then I know just how life-changing Igenics could be for you. This is about more than just your vision. Igenics is about maintaining your freedom, giving you the chance to keep driving without having your license revoked, to not have your children nagging you about going to live in a home. It's about being a strong, free, and independent individual, which is your God-given right, and it's what you truly deserve. So you're probably wondering, how often should I use Igenics for best results? Each bottle of Igenics comes with 60 easy-to-swallow capsules. All you need to do is take 2 capsules per day, and take Igenics for at least 30 days, though it's better if you keep using Igenics for the next 6 or even 12 months. Here's why. While it's true that the ingredients in Igenics start helping you on day 1, and that the antioxidants inside can help with oxidation, inflammation, and DNA damage to your eyes, virtually every study on the vision-supporting ingredients found in Igenics agrees. The longer you use these ingredients, the more your vision will be improved. This is true for the lutein, zeaxanthin, the ginkgo biloba, the bilberry, and pretty much every other ingredient, which is why it's best to think of Igenics as your daily support formula, something you take every single morning, just like you would a multivitamin. It's for that reason that I personally recommend you choose at least 3 bottles of Igenics, and 6 bottles if you want great vision for months and years to come. Now, I'd like to remind you that Igenics is only available on this website, and only while there are bottles in stock, and it may not be available for long. The ingredients inside Igenics come from around the world, including Southeastern Asia, and because of Igenics' special and painstakingly careful manufacturing process, it can take up to 2 months to produce every single batch. That's probably why the majority of Igenics customers stock up on 6 bottles, so they are protected from out of stocks, and so they can get Igenics for the lowest possible price. Normally, a single bottle of Igenics retails for $149, which might sound like a lot of money for a supplement, but remember, unlike conventional methods such as eyeglasses, Igenics doesn't just help your vision, it helps strengthen your eyes on a cellular level, while protecting against inflammation and oxidation too. This is in addition to the fact that the makers of Igenics have spared no expense. They've gone out and added in clinically relevant dosages of each ingredient, which is frankly very costly, but important for getting you the best experience possible when you use their special formulation. When you consider all of that, plus the fact that you're probably paying $300 plus per year on vision care products already, $149 for Igenics is really a fair deal. Yet, despite all of that, when you order Igenics today, you won't be investing anywhere near $149. Your vision and eyesight are just too important. It's simply too vital to me that the Igenics team get this breakthrough into your hands, which is why, on this website only, we've decided to cut the price of Igenics dramatically, from $149 per bottle to just $39 per bottle. This discount is only available while supplies last, however, which may not be very long. And while that's a huge savings, it's actually still just the beginning. You see, because there are so many studies on the ingredients found inside Igenics, all of which show that the longer you take these ingredients, the more your vision can improve, and the better your AMD and glaucoma will be. Many of our customers end up ordering multiple bottles at a time, so that they can protect their eyesight today and in the future, and be protected from out-of-stocks that we often experience. It's for this reason that Igenics has created a special multi-bottle package, where you can get 6 bottles of Igenics for just $29 per bottle, which saves you $120 per bottle. But this special discount is only being offered to you through this website, and only while supplies last. Plus, when you order today, you'll also get free shipping and handling, which is a $9.99 value. But both the discount and the free shipping are for a limited time, so if you're ready to fight back against your declining vision, and to reclaim the happiness and independence that you deserve, click on the button you see beneath this video right now, and place your order for Igenics while there are still supplies in stock. This is one of the smallest, yet most vital investments you will ever make. Yet once you start using Igenics on a daily basis, you could find that virtually every aspect of your life improves, that you're able to see better at night, that it becomes easier to read without straining your eyes, that you're able to spend more time enjoying each day instead of feeling continuously frustrated. A single bottle of Igenics could begin to immediately help enhance your eye health and vision quality. 3 bottles could do the same thing while further boosting your cellular regeneration. And with 6 bottles of Igenics, you could be enjoying giving yourself total vision support for months and months to come. So go ahead and place your order for Igenics now, while there are still supplies in stock. After you choose your package, you'll go to Igenics' 100% secure checkout page, where you'll simply enter your information and complete the order. After that, you'll receive your package of Igenics within just 5 short business days. You should also know that this is a completely risk-free investment, because your investment today is also covered by Igenics' 180-day, 100% money-back guarantee. It works like this. Right now, you just say maybe to Igenics by placing your order. Then once you get your bottles in a few short days from now, start taking your 2 capsules every morning before breakfast and see how you feel. If you're like many of our customers, you'll start noticing little things fairly quickly. You might find that it takes less time for your vision to adjust in the dark, or that you don't have to strain quite as hard to read the newspaper. As you continue to use Igenics every single day, these effects you're experiencing will only continue to improve. But if for any reason that's not the case, or if you just change your mind about Igenics for any reason at all, just call or email Igenics' US-based customer service team, and you'll receive a full refund immediately. No questions, no hassles. Plus, you don't even need to return your bottles of Igenics. They're yours to keep as our way of saying, thank you for trying our product. All of this means there's no downside at all. It's a 100% risk-free investment in your vision and your health. You simply order Igenics today, and you have a full 180 days, 6 full months, to see if Igenics is right for you. Doesn't it make sense to feel and experience the results as a part of your decision-making process? Then why not think it over while you try Igenics, since you're not risking a single cent? So go ahead and choose your package of Igenics right below and say yes to supporting your vision and yes to living a happy and independent life again. Ultimately, the choice is yours. You can ignore everything you've learned inside this presentation and let your eyes continue to break down while risking your independence, your freedom, and your quality of life. That's 100% up to you. But if you make that decision, what will change? If you have maddening vision problems that are making it hard just to live your life, then you know something must change here. Because a life of constantly squinting and straining is no life at all. You've seen the science behind what Igenics does. You know that it contains clinically relevant dosages of each ingredient, and that it can dramatically improve your vision and overall eye health. You know that Igenics is already helping thousands of folks who used to suffer just like you. So click the button you see beneath this video right now. Go ahead and choose your Igenics package today while there are still bottles in stock. And not only could you protect your vision for years to come, you'll also be protected by a full 180-day, 100% money-back guarantee, which means there's absolutely no reason to put off this decision today. Sincerely, Dr. Charles Williams. Hey, are you still here? I know we covered a lot of ground during my presentation, and maybe you have some questions. So let me go ahead and answer some of the most common questions folks ask right now. That way you can invest in Igenics today with 100% confidence. Number 1. Who is Igenics for? Igenics is for anyone who wants to help protect and support their eyesight. It tends to be most popular with folks who are 50 plus and who are experiencing declining vision. But because Igenics gets to the root of deteriorating eyesight, it's something that can help adults of all ages. And no matter whether you suffer from nearsightedness, short-sightedness, AMD, glaucoma, or something else. Number 2. What makes Igenics different from other vision treatments I've tried? While glasses and expensive surgeries only focus on the symptoms, Igenics gets right to the source of your problem by fighting back against the oxidation and inflammation that are destroying your eyes, so you can have clearer vision and healthier eyes. Plus, Igenics is completely natural, and it's packaged and distributed in a clean, safe GMP processing facility here in the United States, so you can be sure that it's 100% safe to use. Number 3. How does Igenics work again? Igenics is a fast-acting natural vision supplement that features some of the most potent antioxidants. Combined, they help to protect against oxidative stress, inflammation, and DNA damage, which are the 3 culprits that can make your vision deteriorate. Here's the label again. Number 4. Please remind me about the guarantee you mentioned. Igenics comes with a 180-day, 100% money-back guarantee. This means that after you get your supply of Igenics, you have a full 6 months to see if it's right for you. Almost everyone who uses Igenics absolutely loves it. But if for any reason your experience is different, simply call or email our customer service team 24/7 and you'll get a full refund of your investment with 0 questions asked. Number 5. All right, I'm excited to get started. What now? It's easy. Just click on the button you see below, and then choose the amount of Igenics that's right for you and your loved ones. Then, after you've completed our short, easy, and 100% secure checkout process, Igenics will be shipped to your front door. You should get your package within 5 business days. And remember,